Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. Coming up next on today's installment of Speed Gaming Events, we present to you with another match from the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer 2021 tournament. I'm Teeks88, and joining me in the commentary booth today, we have Sharkid. How are you doing today?
Hello, Teeks. We're doing pretty fine writing here. How about you?
I'm quite well, thank you. So yeah, today we kick things off with TrueHyperMario versus Nightshifter, which is in Group F for those who are following along with the challenge page. As I'm sure many are familiar with the tournament format thus far, runners will have a choice of which flag sets they want to play prior to the race. And for this match, we'll be starting things off with the all questions flags, meaning all the level panels will be marked with a question mark, including hand traps. This means that players will have more opportunities to use their clouds in World 8. And overworld forts, however, will remain forts, so there's going to be no ambiguity as far as that goes. And I do believe that hammers break locks. So this will be the last of True Hyper's matches in the group stage of the tournament. We saw his matches already with Mitch Flower Power and Demon Battler already. So his track record is 2 wins and 2 losses. So this match with Nightshifter right now will determine most likely whether he advances to the bracket stage or not. So I do believe we'll be starting shortly. So in the meantime, do feel free to get your guesses in as to which overworld map we'll be starting with. I'm going to go ahead and say 4. How about you, Shar?
I'm going to say that it's going to start with World 5. It's pretty much likely that one that it's beginning on the seat. So
All right, sounds good.
we have our guesses in chat saying like World 7, 3, 2, 1, another World 5. So let's see.
All right, so I see the countdown has begun on Nightshifter's timer. It looks like he synced it up with race time, so we'll be finding out momentarily. And it is World 5. Looks like you were right. All right, so we're going to be starting off with 6-8. And all right, we got a power up right off the bat. Doesn't look like any of them are going to be stopping for any shells so that they can build up P-speed on the hills. They're just going to keep pushing forward. Also not a bad option.
Nightshifter taking damage, early damage in this level. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, it looks like True Hypermario is going to get a bit of an early lead, but it's still very early on in the seed, however, so still a lot of opportunities for Nightshifter to catch up. Very minor setback. And it looks like we have 1-1 next. This is a level that could either be really easy or deceptively pretty hard, depending on what the enemy set is. I was actually doing some practice seeds last night, and yeah, when I was trying to boost into the clouds in 1-1, I've gotten swallowed midair by Boss Bass, so
oh
things can happen.
Mario actually falling into the gap, into the last gap in 1-1. That's not that good at all. I think he got P-speed like in the late time, but in the late part of the level, but he just died.
Yeah, it's very easy to miscalculate that jump. I always try to do the I always try to do a full jump from that second platform just to avoid that gap. And with that, Nightshifter reclaims the lead.
Currently, we have a nice layout for the sky part of this world because pretty much it's only one fort, like keeping you from going to the castle. So it's pretty much a good layout so far. Speaking of boss battles, here it is. Stop summoning them. You don't want them.
I always love when there's a lot of sprites on the screen, so it just kind of warps the images of the enemy. So we saw Boss Bass in the water looking like a giant Koopa. I mean, a giant Goomba.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that. Yeah, now that you mention it, they're pretty much getting closer now.
Yeah, you brought up a really good point about the overworld map before. It looks like a really convenient layout, so there's not really going to have to be any backtracking to break any locks, so they can just continue moving forward. And Nightshifter is going to have a nice advantage going into Fort Knox since he already has the tail, so he has the opportunity to just fly up and go straight to Boom Boom. True Hyper Mario is going to have to do a little bit of detouring just to pick up the Tanuki suit. We have 3 stumps and Boom Boom's out of here.
So now that we're going to finish up this first world, what are the guesses in chat to the next world? I'm going to say that it's going to be world 3, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'm going to join you on that guess. I'm going to say 3. Alright, so at the end of World 5 we have the World 6 airship, so we're going to be fighting Roy on flat ground.
Do you think he's going to be a heavy Roy?
Very well be the case. Oh, but we have
Jumpy Roy.
yeah, he's deploying those Michael Jordan strats.
He wanted to prove that he's another jumpy boy in the family, not only Iggy and Ludwig.
Oh yeah, historically Ludwig is notorious for his really high jumps. Always conveniently enough whenever I decide to jump.
Nicely done in TrueHyperMario side, like with the fire kill.
Yeah, it looks like he got a really promising pattern where he didn't really get any high jumps. He just kept moving forward, so he was able to do at least 80% of the fight like a traditional Wendy fire kill.
Alright, so next world is going to be World 6. I think that our players doesn't have like don't have a hammer for that pipe. Oh my god, what is this? Oh no!
Oh yeah, that rub against that block kind of messed up Nightshifter's rhythm, so unfortunately just fell right in the drink.
I mean, this is pretty much vanilla, because the boss fight is in 3-8, like, starting the level, like, what is this? Okay, he gets it out of the way, but no, he takes another death. While TrueHyperMario gets to the other level and it's 4-6, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. With an angry son.
Yeah, those 2 deaths are gonna allow TrueHyperMario to catch up a little bit, even though it is a bit of a longer level with a lot more obstacles in your way, especially with the angry son, those Koopas flying around. But he's out of there, no problem.
So
it looks like
so he's going for a bro fight, and it's a nice boomerang bro fight. And he gets up a star. Yeah, that's yeah. That's something. Did I watch correctly in TrueHyperMario side that there were like 3 forts for this World 6?
But it looks like they both got a hammer from that Roy fight, so if they're able to break the rock to where that pipe transition is, that could lend themselves to a reasonably decent shortcut.
Yeah, apparently, well, Nightshifter, I think he's going to use it.
Yeah, it might be a bit of a gamble, because you don't want to end up in the pipe between those 2 locks right there, and it just doesn't do any favors. Yeah, and that... Okay, so, yeah, I didn't see the pet that was underneath the right lock, so... Yeah, that's a really nasty fire row pattern. Definitely not something you want to encounter when you're small. But luckily he does have those 2 stars, so... He's in good shape.
He got lucky and the fire bros just disappeared, and TrueHyper, no!
Oh yes.
5-9.
Yeah, speaking of lucky, it looks like Nightshifter was able to get a cloud from that Hammer Bro fight, so he's gonna push even further ahead because of that routing decision.
He's pretty much ahead now since, this auto-scrolling level, and Nightshifter doing safest strat on 4-4 because, like if he sucks in this level and he can snipe you if you're, too much in the surface.
Yeah, we'll see if TrueHyper's routing decision pays off in the long run, because he does get to maintain his hammer, and if he plays through the fort on top, that could open up a bridge that's towards the end of the overworld map, and he won't have to backtrack later on. For all we know, this could be a trade-off.
Now we see Nightshifter is in one of the beta levels. I'm not sure which beta level for this level is. I think it's 6.2, right? Or
yeah, I think it's the 6.2 beta. I think you're right.
TrueHyperMario getting some items.
Alright, so if this is the Hammer Bro that I think it is, I think he's going to be really happy with the results. Yep, and it is indeed the same cloud that Nightshifter fought.
That was
Oh,
a
yeah.
nice move from TrueHyper, like without knowing what level was next, but he got a frog suit.
Yeah, it's always satisfying to see. He gets a nice little boost in the water, but because of that damage, he's going to have to be a little bit more careful so he doesn't get continuously sniped. The interesting thing to note about the Lakitus is the way they throw the spinies and their positioning in the sky is entirely dependent on how you navigate through the water.
Yeah, I think we'd see Nightshifter right now, like taking some death on this beta level. This is the 5-7, I guess, beta level. Okay.
The 5-7 level is beta is always pretty dubious to be playing small because it seems promising enough to be just running forward straight to the exit, but depending on what the enemy set is, you might have to be a little bit more careful about some of the danger that's involved, as we saw with that fire snake and the Paragoombas earlier. We see a question: what was the first world, and that ended up being World 5.
Oh no, Nightshifter taking a death, and he used the cloud before entering the castle, so he's going to play the level.
Oh no.
He wanted to skip. And that level is 7-2.
We'll see if he decides to play through 7-2 and go through the gimmick of crossing that no block gap. And it looks like it seems to be the case, so... Oh, and it looks like they're both in 7-2 right now.
Yeah, they both catch up each other.
At the same time, TrueHyper still has his cloud, so that could pay off at a later point in the seed.
Oh, he's going for the P-Speed strat for this level. Let's see if he can actually catch up Nightshifter that he didn't do the vanilla strat. And oh my god, did he just take the lead right now?
He did, indeed. Yeah, it was a bit of a small time investment, just trying to clear a path where those enemies were, and then just try to wind up for that P-Speed, but yeah, it allowed him to avoid the whole latter half of the level, and it was able to maintain his power-up, so very good decision on his part. And we get a little bit of pipe-to-pipe action.
No, they're both in the same airship that I think it's the World 5 airship. And they're on their way to fight Lemmy. Well, Nightshifter for the second time, and TrueHyperMario is just ready to fire kill Lemmy.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that green ball is allowing him to do so, though.
Oh yeah, he just takes damage. Oh no! You don't want to be like on that bouncy situation with the balls, but he's able to get it, while Nightshifter takes another death.
Yeah, sometimes the way that you handle those green balls is can be a little bit weird in Randomizer, just because Lemmy's on a different elevation, and you know, when he starts to move left, he can just go right through those grounds.
How many hits did he take to defeat this Lemmy? I think it was like 4 hits or something.
Yeah, it was definitely more than 3.
Oh no. No!
Oh, okay. I disagree with that last death. It looked like he should have been able to stomp the green ball, and he just went right through it.
Oh no, he takes a game over now, and TrueHyper just died right now in 6F2. Oh, he has to play like the whole world again. He was so close to the exit of this world, oh my god. TrueHyper being carefully here. He wanted that star, but yeah, the star said nope.
Alright, we have 3 stumps and Boom Boom's out of here.
the wrong fort, unfortunately.
All right, so we see one match on TrueHyperMario's card game side, so it'll be interesting to see what item he got in his inventory since
I think he was a Tanuki suit. Oh my god, look what he entered now.
Piranha Fort, aka the best level in the game, objectively speaking, and totally not my personal opinion.
Yeah, right. This is the best level of the whole game. Yeah, you're probably right. But I'm just going to say that no, you're not right. He gets a nice flower at the end. Of course, you want that hot food to get out of your way. Now let's see if there's an actual nice enemy set here so he can keep his fire flower.
Yeah, I would argue that this was indeed a pretty good enemy set relative to what you could have had instead, like 2 rogue hotfoots just guarding that spot underneath the wall. And yeah, he's able to maintain his power up and get a nice fire kill on Boom Boom. Very nicely done.
Oh my god, a Nightshifter takes a death right at the end of the battle level because of a cheap chip that just spawned like right in his face when he was about to swim up. That's so bad for him.
And it doesn't look like the level is really lending itself to many good power-ups, so, I mean, that star doesn't really do him that many favors when he's in that part of the level. So he's going to have to hope he can just get across the water and just not take any more damage. Looks like he's able to, he's good, he's out of there.
Well, with 7 active being the fort required for this World 4, so TrueHyper is getting out of there, and well, I'm going to take another guess, and the next world is going to be World 2. How about you?
I'm going to go with World 7.
You really want to watch that World 7, don't you? Nightshifter taking some death in this beta level because of the fire snakes. This is something he wants. Okay, he's out of there. Nicely done.
I don't necessarily take joy in seeing people suffer through pipe hell that is World 7, but it is within the realm of possibility, so looks like they're gonna have a nice time with World 1. So as the way Randomizer is programmed, the World 1 Fortress is never going to be able to break any locks that are required for progression. And just like the vanilla version of SMB3, if you do grab the item that's on the ceiling, it does not break the lock that it's connected to. So it looks like TrueHyper is just going to take out Boom Boom, and then hopefully that'll offer him some shortcuts to the airship.
Now that a chat mentions it, this is a threat, like a huge threat, because the fort is right where the fort is normally is in the vanilla version of the game.
All right, Super Tank is definitely a level that you want to go into with the Fire Flower. You just run through with P speed and just get a nice quick kill on Boom Boom. It's nice and short and sweet. So that's going to open up the bridge to get to the airship.
Oh my god, Nightshifter taking a death right at the beginning of the airship.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that airship is allowing him to catch any breaks.
Right now we're watching for the Shwani and TrueHyperMario side. Okay. Oh no, Lemmy definitely doesn't want Nightshifter to actually continue on the seed. He's been so rude to him. TrueHyperMario now in 1-3.
All right, Nightshifter, you got this.
Yeah, like he's now. He just wants to stop getting bullied, and he's done. Yes.
All right,
Let's go.
4 stomps and he's out of here.
Yeah, to be fair, like that fight with Lemmy, like going through that arena with the not being in the nice and flat surface that he normally is. Yeah, that was quite a thing. That was really uncomfortable, and with all the bouncy balls all over the place, yeah, that definitely was a really tough fight.
Yeah, I would say it's significantly a bit more difficult than the traditional stomp kill that you would do in the vanilla SMB3 game, just because he is on a different ground elevation. You do have more stomps to deal with, so and it seems like he was when you stomp on Lemmy, the balls end up a little bit lower than you would normally expect them to be, so that can mess up your the rhythm of the fight quite a bit. Definitely a good idea to be a little bit more conservative on a 4-hit stomp kill.
Alright, when we now saw that TrueHyperMario just finished up World 4, the remaining worlds that are left are, if I'm not mistaken, World 2, World 3, 7, and am I missing one? No, I think those are the ones that are left. I think it's going to be World 7 this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna join you on that as well.
And it is.
Yeah, my general approach to World 7 is if you happen to encounter a fort pretty early, then just go ahead and play it, because given how some of the pipe transition layouts can be potentially really complicated, you know, it just saves you all the trouble of having to backtrack in case there happens to be a bridge at the end where the airship would be, or a lock that you don't have a hammer for.
Now we see Nightshifter in your favorite level. And TrueHyperMario taking care of that big boss fast, and he actually got the mid clip. Nice for him. Oh, and Nightshifter.
Yeah, I think that with that last death in that game over that he took just now, I think that was a bit of a blessing in disguise, since he'll at least be able to. He at least has the checkpoint of entering a new world. Plus, he gets to replenish his lives. So I think that this was actually a good thing for him.
Yeah, with 7F2 being like the next 4, definitely you're going to need like more lives. While TrueHyperMario is trying to find the pipe to the exit of this pipe hell.
Alright, so with the pipe transitions that we saw from TrueHyperMario's side, it looks like there will be a lock at the end. Not quite sure if I remember if he has a hammer in his inventory or not, if he decides to go that route. But I only see one more fort left on that overworld map, so that could very well be the one that he needs.
Oh no, a Nightshifter taking some death in 7F2. See, this is why it's not the best level in the game. It's really hard, and I don't blame him of, you know, getting like wrecked by all the enemies set in this fort. While TrueHyperMario was just finishing off 1/2. And F2 is not being that nice to him. TrueHyperMario is now in 6F1. I think he's not going to do the damage boost strat.
Yeah, he may be doubling down on the opportunity to either clip the wall or just maintain his power up to the end, because there's no guarantee that you're going to have a star like you would normally see in vanilla. Yeah, exactly. He just wants to hold on to that fire.
Nightshifter is now in the basement for 7F2. I think he's not going to do any damage boosting as well because he wants that power up, but yeah, he took some damage now and TrueHyperMario is in 7-3. I guess it's the beta level for 7-3, right?
It is, yes.
Yeah, I just remember the beta levels just by, you know, some fancy names like the grass level, the grass beta level, the ice beta level, Atlantis, and you know, you get the idea.
Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite of the beta levels, and I think if it ended up in the final version of the game, I wouldn't mind too much.
If Atlantis didn't have like an auto-scroller, I'll definitely like that level, but with the auto-scroller involved, yeah, that's... Because aesthetically, Atlantis looks really nice, but the auto-scroller just kills it.
That's fair, I'll give you that much.
Okay, TrueHyperMario just entering the liquid fight. He's another jumpy boy as well.
I saw what he was trying to do. I think he was just trying to abuse the invincibility frames on that star so we could just get a nice fire kill right up on that hitbox.
Yeah, that looked pretty nice, to be honest.
I've never even thought of doing that, but I think at the end of the day, he only ended up being like a 2-stomper.
Okay, let's see the coin flip. World 2 or World 3? I'm going to say World 2.
I'll go with World 3, just to be contrarian.
And it's World 2, huh?
it never pays off for me. Alright, you win this time. oh god, we have 6-6, one of the less desirable games. I think it's fair to speak for everyone on this. I don't think I've met a single SMB3 player or randomizer runner that actually unironically enjoys 6-6. I could be wrong, though.
Well, when it comes to vanilla, it's not that hard. It's just a lot of cheap, not the bloopers, you know, like everything all over the place. The bloopers in randomizer just make this level like way horrible, but in vanilla, yeah, vanilla is quite good, I guess.
Yeah, they tend to generate a lot of lag, and because of the size of their hitbox, it's very easy to get walled in some really tight spaces. I guess if there's one thing positive that I could say about them, a lot of the sprite overload that they cause can trigger a lot of planned despawns when you get to that row of pipes towards the end.
Yeah. But something that you hate to see about the blooper is when they basically go after you, like they chase you down till you're dead or something like that.
That's true as well. Yeah, they always seem to know exactly which direction to move as soon as you try to find a narrow escape past them. And because they move faster than you in the water, it's not a good combination.
Alright, TrueHyperMario getting away from the 2-1 with the Angry Sun. This is pretty much a really bad overlay for World 2 since there's no pipes like in the first part of the world, and I don't think that if you use the hammer like on that rock it's going to do any favors, so yeah, this pretty much is a linear with a tons of level World 2 overlay.
Mm-hmm.
Nightshifter just finishing up the last level for this World 1. Oh, but he uses the hammer, but yeah, like, apparently the hammer was actually something you needed to do because it skipped a lot of the levels, and the last quote-unquote level that it would be before the castle was the pipe, so he was just on his way to 5 more turn right now.
Yeah, excellent routing decision from TrueHyperMario's side. Alright, so we're going to be seeing Morton on flat ground, but with no opportunity to fire kill, but that's alright. Yeah, Yeah, if True Hyper really wanted to, he could potentially go for an off-screen one grab since he has enough surface space to start flying upwards as soon as the fight's over. Looks like he's choosing to forego that though. That's all right.
Apparently, we just saw a salty Morton because, yeah, like with the quakes. So, since TrueHyperMario is approaching to World 7 now, that is going to be World 3 layout. Do you think that he's going to need like the force to open up the path to Wendy, or the locks are going to be like spread everywhere, like in the main island?
Well, speaking from personal experience, more often than less, at least more than 50% of the time, you're going to need at least one fort in order to open up the path to Wendy. I mean, probability speaking, that's usually how it works out. There have been exceptions for sure. I have had some pretty speedy World 3s as well.
Well, as long as I saw on the overlay from TrueHyper, yeah, you were pretty much right. He will need that break to break that lock, but he actually does it. I didn't know that he got a hammer like on this.
Yeah, it was the last item in his slot, so he must have just gotten that from the Morton fight, and we just kind of missed it.
What a perfect timing then for that hammer to appear.
Indeed. I didn't see any more hammers in his inventory, so yeah, he may have to play some additional forts depending on what the lock layout is in World 8. So we're going to be coming up on the Great Equalizer very shortly. That is, once we get past Wendy.
We're coming for the Great Equalizer, so the guesses in chat how many bridges it's going to need to open the path to Bowser Castle. I'm going to say that you're going to need only one.
I'll go ahead and say 2.
I really love the fast and jet World 3 layout, to be honest. That was cool.
Oh yeah, when you don't have to play any levels, you can just break one lock and you're just on your way out. It's so satisfying.
Oh, you have to play some levels in here. I think that TrueHyper, yeah, he was thinking about this.
Yeah, just like the 8-1 and 8-2 panels, even the hand traps are going to be those question mark level panels as well, so he's going to have more opportunities to use them clouds if he wanted to.
Okay, so he found pretty much 5F2, and yeah, without any problem, he's just going to finish it up. I'm guessing he's going to, well, he wanted to try the star kill, but he couldn't make it. So which is this level? This is 3-5. This is another annoying level because of the bloopers. But with the fire flower, he's just taking everything away now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that TrueHyperMario is banking on maintaining his Fire Flower up until he gets to Bowser's Castle. Although, it looked like he had a pretty robust inventory, so I think he should be good on power-ups regardless. But nonetheless, it's going to help him get through a lot of these last few forts.
Nightshifter right now in 6F1, not doing the damage boosting strat, just taking the elevator.
Yeah, I would say that's definitely a pretty good idea.
Okay, we get to see a lots of pipes in this hand bridge room.
I always hope that when you see a whole row of those pipes on the hand bridge, one of them leads to the other, so it just narrows down the process of elimination a lot quicker. Ooh, so it does look like it's going to be one bridge, so Sharkid, you were right again.
I think I said that it was going to be 2. I don't even remember now.
No, I think you predicted 1 and I predicted 2.
Well, predictions on point. in 2-4 and he just took damage by that fire bro. Oh, and Nightshifter taking a death in the beta level.
One thing I always noticed that was interesting about the Hammer Bros, especially in 2-4 Randomizer, is they always seem to jump really high as soon as they're loaded on the screen. And if you're just running towards them at P speed, you just run right through their hitbox pretty consistently.
Pretty much the game registers like Mario is wanting to, you know, just jumps towards the Hammer Bro and give him a big hug instead of stomping over him.
Yeah, those Hammer Bros are full of something, and I don't think it's love.
TrueHyperMario trying to do the clip for the sport, but he didn't get it. He was pretty close though. Is this going to be the port that we needed? Oof, Nightshifter taking a death in the airship.
Well, we saw the lock burst in the bottom left portion of the dark room, so he knows it's not the right one. Alright, next up the bat we have 5F1. So, because he's Small Mario, he's going to want to be a little bit more careful with the road to disc, but they give him a good pattern, so he's able to get through there while maintaining some pretty good speed.
Yeah,
very risky move, but at least it paid off.
I think that when you do the damage boosting in this level, at least in this port, the patterns just pretty much try to help you out. Nightshifter in a really awkward situation right now.
He's getting some pretty nasty jump patterns at the same time, which doesn't help.
Yeah, but he got this. He finally beat it, Ludwig. Yeah, I was kind of concerned because he has 0 lives as well, and yeah, I think that he wouldn't like another game over. I think that TrueHyper just missed which fight was the one that lead to Bowser. And there you go. He's going to try some Tanuki strats on Bowser Castle.
Alternatively, there's always a possibility that he'll get a Fire Flower from the question block that's right underneath the wall that you would traditionally clip at. So, yeah, no harm in doing a little bit of damage boosting just to get up the stairs a little quicker, but he takes additional damage, so...
And he takes a death! Oh my god.
Yeah, somehow I think that TrueHyper doesn't really mind too much since he has additional power-ups in his inventory, so we could always try again for that Fire Flower.
Nightshifter in a really tight situation, but he got it. He was out of there with that lovely black piranha and the blooper. He's getting through the pipes now. Imagine not getting any despawn from those fans, and you got all of them.
Ooh, TrueHyper lucked out with that Fire Flower, so he's gonna have a nice time with Bowser. So he's gonna try to clip so he can avoid that statue room.
Yeah, you called that that flower thing, and he just gets a bit nice.
Yeah, third try, and this time, and the third time without even any P speed, so very nice. So being able to fire kill Bowser is going to save him a good 40 seconds over just allowing him to break the floor.
Just
so
he doesn't get the bad pattern get him. He's getting some swaggy strats.
Yeah, it's a really gutsy move, but at least it worked out for him. It's not a fire kill that you see too often, but he made it look really stylish.
Yes, definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs out for TrueHyper. And his final time in race time is a 37:55.
Sub sub-40 is still a nice time to finish up a rando seed, to be honest. Considering that you played 5-9, yeah.
Absolutely. No, TrueHyperMario has been he's been on the grind for the vanilla SMB3 game for several months now, and he just recently broke into the sub 53 barrier. But he's still relatively new to Randomizer, and he's still getting a hang of the ropes and all that stuff. So getting a sub 40 at any rate is still really, really impressive, especially for his first tournament setting as well.
Yeah, definitely. Right now, I'm just kind of wondering where did Nightshifter get this hammer suit, because TrueHyperMario didn't have any hammer suit on his inventory, but Nightshifter, I think we're going to see a hammer kill from him when he finishes up the seed. Now with the Salty Morton fight. He does a great job trying to avoid getting stunned by the quakes by jumping in the perfect timing. Let's see if Nightshifter goes for the fast and nice 4-3.
Oh, Sharkit, I wasn't able to catch it before. Does he have another hammer in his inventory so that he can actually make that possible?
I think he has. He just got one from the
Oh yeah, you're right. We did see the TrueHyper get it from Morton as well. He was in the last in his slot. All right, so we'll be moving right along to World 8.
What I love about the World 8 overlay for Randomizer is that you have to be like really cautious about like which fort you need to play or which one you need to avoid, because one fort can actually decide, like a race or something, and that's pretty much a nice thing about World 8.
Indeed. Yeah, I've definitely had my share of races where I've lost because of my routing through World 8 on several occasions, so it's not called the Great Equalizer for nothing.
Okay, so Nightshifter is on his way to the Great Equalizer, so... Well, we got to see that TrueHyperMario skipped the first level in the World Beta, so... What did we miss? I think that Nightshifter doesn't have a cloud for skipping that one, so let's see what happens here.
Yeah, at a quick glance, I didn't see a cloud in his inventory. We may very well find out what's on that first level panel. Yeah, and that seems to be the case. But he does have a hammer suit for Bowser.
Oh no, he's 7-1! No! Nicely done by TrueHyperMario by skipping that level, god damn it!
Yeah, Nightshifter just got the rough news, so he's gonna... Rather than do the clip with the P-Wing, he's just gonna use it to fly upwards, which is not a bad idea either.
Yeah, I think he's going to, well, when you have a hammer suit and there's no other power up that you need to flip this, yeah, you pretty much just want to fly over here instead of trying to flip with the hammer suit and then losing it afterwards. And he's out of there. Thank you. He's going for the Air Force or, well, 5F2. He's not attempting any Jesus clip. I don't blame him. He had the tail, and even if he didn't, I know that he's not going for it.
Yeah, good luck trying to go for Jesus clip with the tail. Little won't be able to react in enough time to do the setup for the clip in randomizer when you have no idea what level's going to be until you enter it.
Is there any like setup to actually get the Jesus clip?
Well, you saw the way I've done it before. I like to do those small hops on the platforms before making my jump off of the corner pixel. But yeah, when you're trying to react as quickly as you are on those single tile platforms, it's kind of hard to do just improvising.
Fair enough.
Yeah, from what I've noticed, the Jesus clip requires a relatively high subpixel value in order for it to work. Although mid values like 7, 8, and 9 are also pretty successful, but the low ones are, I know subpixel 0 is always impossible.
I didn't know that there were subpixels that wouldn't make it work though. Jesus clip, wow. Okay, so Nightshifter is going to search up that pipe to the Bowser fight. No, he looked at the bridge now that he needs to build up, and now he's going to look after the fort that it's required. Right, he's going to break that lock, and I think this is the only fort he has played well after the Air Force, right? That he didn't need to enter to any other unnecessary forts.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, 5F1 ended up being the path that opened up to Bowser. So I think it's pretty close to just closing this out now.
Oh my god, that jump was scary. I know that the hitbox of those thwomps are kind of deceiving because it's only like the center part, right? Like the right in the center of the thumb, it's their hitbox, and yeah, when you try to jump over them and you barely like touch the corner, it looks like you're going to get hit, and oh my god, yeah. Oh, so he's entering the Navy right now, that it turns out to be 3F1. He just wants to make sure, I think he wants to make sure that that one of those forts are the required one. No door 3 action, good for him.
Alright, so with that done, I think he's going to be in good shape for Bowser's Castle now.
Yep.
And indeed he is, and he still has his hammer suit in his inventory, so he's good to go.
And always equip a star for safety. I don't blame you, I do that in vanilla as well. Because, yeah, trying to jump over those statues is quite scary.
Yeah, if you happen to have it, you might as well use it. It's not going to do you any harm. His calculated jumps can happen to pretty much anybody.
Oh, and the Rotodix just made his thing again and made Nightshifter take some damage and lose the hammer suit. No.
Yeah, but as we saw on TrueHyperMario's side, there will be a fire flower on the bottom section, but it looks like he's choosing to forego it. That's alright.
control a death. Oh my god, what am I talking now? Okay, he's good to go. He just needs now to avoid those fireballs and...
Yeah, you got a good pattern between you know, the jump and fireball combo, so he doesn't have to worry about doing any dodging as he just jumps down onto that floor. So he's in pretty good shape.
I think that Nightshifter is also like a really recently, or better said, that he's kind of new to the random community. And for being new to this and doing like sub-hour seeds, that's kind of huge, because I remember that when I get to play like my first random seed, I would finish it up in what, 110, 115. So that's pretty much nice.
It looks like final time and race time is a 49:09, so get your GGs out for Nightshifter. Really nicely done.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Nightshifter put on a really awesome job, and yeah, for getting a sub hour in you know, being relatively new to randomizer and just you know, just dealing with a lot of the stuff that this game can throw at you. Yeah, really impressive performance.
Yeah, I think that the game overs that he had like throughout the seed didn't mean anything afterwards, because pretty much with 2 game overs, getting a sub hour is definitely something good. Well, actually a sub 50, it's really nice too as well.
All right, so we're going to be getting both of our racers set up for race 2, and we'll be right back shortly. So see you in about 5 minutes.
Alright, so I'm guessing that all runners are getting ready for this second race, and before the race starts, I'm going to say that the first world is going to be World 7 this time.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and say World 2. So yeah, welcome back everybody. This is going to be race 2 of the SMB3 Randomizer tournament between TrueHyperMario and Nightshifter. So as we just saw with race 1, TrueHyperMario took the first win. And for race 2, we're going to be using a different flag set, the one we just used. This one is going to be Group 2, but with hammers don't break locks. So they'll still be able to play the end card game. But similar to, as we just mentioned, their hammers will not break locks, so that will have some implications for the routing as they make their way through these next overworld maps.
Alright, so the countdown already started. I think in the race time link, we're going to see it shortly. Once the Nightshifter timer, it's going to show off the nice 15-second countdown. We have some guesses in chat that about the first world being World 6, World 2, World 5, World 3. I'm going for World 7, and how about you?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with World 2.
Alright, so the timer is going down and... Oh my god, it's vanilla! Okay, the first four that they're going to play is 5F1. It's funny because this was the last four they needed to play, so...
Mm-hmm.
But Nightshifter taking an early death right now.
Yeah, 5F1 is one of those levels that's not really convenient to be starting out with really early on in the seed with Small Mario, because some of those, the trajectory paths of those rotodiscs can be really nasty. Yeah, TrueHyperMario is going to be the first one to boom boom.
Nightshifter taking things slow and easy, so he doesn't take another death, and he's on his way to boom boom. Of course,
Right, so
before that is going to break the lock.
Yeah, speaking of inconvenient forts you don't want to see early on, we have 6F1 next. So yeah, because you're starting out small, you're not really going to have any opportunity to run across the spikes unless you got a star. And even if you did, the setup you need in order to get up onto that spike bed in the first place is it's pretty rough as well. Yeah, luckily for
nice.
Yeah, luckily for True Hyper, he got that Fire Flower right towards Boom Boom, so he's gonna have a nice quick kill on him.
TrueHyperMario is going to enter one of these mushroom houses to get more items. And he gets a frog suit. Shout out to Mustard. So Nightshifter is not going for that mushroom house, then he's able to catch up a little bit on the army tank.
Yeah, interesting thing to note about the about Tank 1 when the auto scrollers is turned off is that you do actually have an opportunity to build P-Speed if you wanted to wind up for it at the start of the level. And if you do, all those propellers line up perfectly so that you could just platform on them with full jumps.
I love that both runners right at the end of the tank. They were both like getting P-Speed and jumping around. And oh no, Nightshifter taking a death to that big piranha 446.
In classic vanilla SMB3 fashion, there's going to be a star right where that wooden bump block is, so it's going to allow True Hyper just to run right through there, get to the end.
This pretty much looks like the vanilla version, except for that Goomba, like in between those pipes. But this looks pretty good overall.
Yeah, I agree. Relative to the kind of enemy sets that you can get in 4.6, this is a little bit more on the lighter side.
TrueHyper using a star to get through this World 7 airship. It's Leaf. Nightshifter is not that far behind, so... What world do you think is going to be next? I'm going to say World 3.
I'll go ahead and say World 4.
Okay, Nightshifter is just right into the lattice fight. He's trying to do a hard kill, but he was too close. But he's out of there. Nicely done. Oh, it's going to be World 7 now. The pipe hill arrived really early. Okay, did I see there were like 3 forts in this world? I thought I saw just 3 forts right now.
See one on the left-hand side. Okay, so I see 2 so far.
Okay, I think yeah, 3 forts. Oh my god.
Okay.
But I didn't see any bridge like going to the castle, so unless I'm wrong. Okay, Nightshifter entered into this level that it's going to be 4-4. He's not doing the traditional vanilla strat of jumping over the Lucky 2 to get over that wall, but he prefers the nice easy going under.
Yeah, interesting thing to note about 4-4 is it doesn't matter what randomizer seed you play, there's always going to be a Lakitu up top. So if you execute if you navigate the exact same way through the level, you can get through there pretty consistently.
Now TrueHyper is in the Navy. Just finishing that off real quick. Oh my god, there's a lock in the way. Oh, but I don't see that same lock in TrueHyperMario side, so I'm pretty sure that one of the forts that he just completed, it's one of the locks that he is going to need to continue.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, that luck is inevitably going to be in Nightshifter's way, so he's going to have to make his way up to the northern continent in order to bypass it. Since hammers don't break luck, he doesn't really have that luxury either. So we are going to be seeing some backtracking.
Speaking of the traditional vanilla strat, TrueHyperMario is just doing it right now. To be fair, jumping on that second leg is kinda scary because you normally take damage because of that hitbox.
Yeah, I spoke a lot about rhythm in terms of maneuvering through certain enemy sets, and yeah, level 4-4 is no exception because Lakitu's positioning and the way he throws his spinies is going to be entirely dependent on how you navigate through the water and your X position. So it's good to have consistent rhythm as you're making your swims across, so you know exactly where he's going to be when you try to jump on him.
fire kill on the Boom Boom from Fort F1, but unfortunately he has to track back, so he needs to break those logs. He's going to play the quicksands right now, while TrueHyperMario is going to finish up 6-2, and he gets a fanfare.
Yeah, but considering the dramatic amount of time swings that you can potentially get in Randomizer, I would say that losing 2 or 3 seconds to a star fanfare is not the biggest deal in the world, and it's probably good help insurance policy just in case anything serious happens in the latter half of the game.
Now TrueHyperMario just uses his music box to skip the second Piranha plant, and I think that that right now, well, he's going to defeat Ludwig, and I think that the next world is going to be World 6, I guess. Oh wait, Nightshifter didn't actually needed to play the fort. He just used the pipe that it was on top of the left corner, and it was the pipe that he needed, so nice.
Oh, wow.
Those forts.
Really good observation. I didn't even catch that. Very nicely done.
And it was a 2-hitter Ludwig, nice. So he's not that behind. Props to him. And TrueHyperMario is now in the 3F1, the door fort. He's not doing any door 3 or door 4.
Yeah, for those who may not know, door 3 and door 4 are frame perfect tricks that you can do in this fortress. So if you hit the up exactly 50 frames after you enter one of those third or fourth doors, you can re-enter the door and then wrong warp into Boom Boom's room, and that could save you a good chunk of time as you make your way to Boom Boom.
Oh my god, what am I watching right now? Another 5-9 to TrueHyperMario. Oh my god, I think this is the third 5-9 he's playing in the day. You hate to see that, come on. He does a really good job. I just hope that he doesn't despawn the last platform like someone actually did on her Hondo run. Oh my god.
Yeah, until you mentioned that, I didn't even know that it was possible to despawn one of those platforms in the vanilla game. But yeah, it's absolutely possible in Randomizer for sure. It's like Nightshifter is choosing to forego that Fire Flower. It's in a really awkward spot, and I don't blame him. Yeah, 5-9, generally speaking, is pretty dangerous to do without a Fire Flower, just because those fire chumps keep a pretty inconvenient distance from you while they have the opportunity to just throw those projectiles at you. If you try to be a little too careful on them, it's very easy to miss one of the platforms that you need.
Alright, so Nightshifter keeps up Negisu to enter to this annoying level, while TrueHyperMario just took the pipe to the lateral half of the World 2 overlay. He is able to skip some of the levels, so now he is in 3-7, and there's a rope jump right there. He's not going for the... Oh my god!
Oh!
Oh my god! What a layout for the enemy set right now. Wow.
And I gotta give TrueHyper credit. He almost clutched it considering that really nasty enemy set.
Yeah, I think he's going to do it again while Nightshifter is just finishing up 5-9. Nicely done by TrueHyperMario. That fire nipper, you don't expect that at all. Alright, Nightshifter going for the end card.
It's funny because a couple days ago, I think TrueHyper was just in SpeedGaming chat, just remarking on the rogue chain jumps that you see in Randomizer. And if I remember correctly, I think he said those were the objectively best enemies in the game. He loves them so much and thinks that they should be in every single level.
What? Oh my god! I mean, I can blame him because they look so funny to watch. Like, like it's a chump like without his chain and just running all over the place. But yeah, definitely they appear like in some awkward situations. So
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm pretty sure he's not a fan of them.
oh my god, you're terrible. I mean, I believe you since you're saying that 7F2 is the best level in the game. So
Yeah,
I mean, everyone.
sarcasm doesn't come across very well if I'm just saying it in such a dry way. So I get it.
So
Yeah,
basically, that TrueHyperMario had a nice tail to finish up these 4 knocks. All Nightshifter was struggling with the final part of this level with the Fire Nipper, but with the Fireflyer, I think that he's going to be able to, yep, just snipe that off. Nicely done by Nightshifter, trying to skip the fanfare. Oh, and apparently the 4 knocks wasn't the 4 required for this World 4 layout. What it's next? Of course, speak of the devil.
Except now I'm not being sarcastic. Now I'm being unironic when I say Piranha 4, best level in the game, 10 out of 10, would play forever.
Yeah, like in other news, no one actually accepts that. I think you're the only one that actually enjoys this level so much. I mean, how could you just? Oh, I mean, it's so scary once you try to not going for the P-Speed strat, and even if you go for the P-Speed strat, it's not that. Oh my god, it's so scary.
But when you pull it off, butter
I
smooth.
I know the feeling as well, but no. So, Nightshifter going for the 4 knocks right now. TrueHyperMario with another Kong shift in his way. Oh, but oh my god, he's going to take the long route again, wait to the P-switch is over, and go back. Now we see TrueHyperMario in 3-4.
Ooh, we got sticky hilled. Just landed on the hill on a bad pixel, and yeah, that can pretty much happen to anybody.
What a rude Koopa that he just, I mean, he tried to do like the slightest strat, but right when he was like in the last part of the slide, he just turned away and dealt him some damage. Wow. Nightshifter is flying now with the Tanuki suit, and he's going to be able to finish up these 4 knocks. Going to try the other bro fight. And TrueHyper is okay. I thought he was on his way to the castle, but he's going to do a pit stop. While Nightshifter is in the quote-unquote best level of the game. And he takes a death. Oh no. Okay. We got the World 4 airship for World 4 in World 4, so this is really vanilla. Nice use of the P-Wing in this port, but I don't blame you at all. Nightshifter, don't feel ashamed.
Yeah, and a really good place to have that fire flower as well. And Iggy gets a really convenient pattern, so Hyper was perfectly set up for that fire kill, so very nicely done.
Okay, now Nightshifter is in the basement. Just taking those enemies out of his way. Now he's on his way to fight Boom Boom, and I think that the next war is going to be World 5. Just because I want to keep it vanilla. Ah, dang it. So TrueHyper is going to look after the pipe that leads to Wendy. He's in one of the hands levels. I think it was the second hand. Nightshifter finishing off 7-2, grabs a Benefit suit and enters 5-1. I think we didn't see this level in TrueHyperMario's side because he went for the upper level.
Yeah, instead we get the 5-3 beta. So yeah, much like the traditional 5-3, this one also makes use of just going right to left in order to get to the last pipe transition.
And Shifter is catching up in the World 4 airship. That big jump that he does in that from that wire part, yeah, that's really scary because of the flames. No TrueHyper hammers doesn't break locks. He wanted the fast and easy World 3 layout, but he just forgot that that little detail.
You guys already got lucky with one race today. Can't have it all.
Oh no, he just entered 7-5! But he gets the clip! Oh my god! Finish
Speaking of
clips.
Yeah, speaking of running out of luck, nobody likes to play 7-5 in Randomizer, especially. There seems to be a pretty reasonable enemy set since you don't have to contend with Angry Sun or Boss Bass or one of those rogue cheap sheeps.
Now he's trying to do the clip, but he just failed that out and... Nightshifter is going to look after the pipe as well. Oh, okay. So, yeah, Nightshifter using his hammers to actually find the pipe required. Not a lot of runners actually does that, to use their hammers to break those rocks and trying to reach out the pipe. But I think
definitely not a bad idea.
Yeah, that was not the pipe they needed. He knows he needs a 1/4. He's trusting that 5F2 is the answer, so goes TrueHyperMario. He didn't apply like the main rule of for that you see, for that you complete. Oh, he takes his death. And nope, that wasn't the answer. Is going to be 6F3. Let's see. TrueHyper wanted to get that clip, but he didn't get it. Nightshifter in the hand level right now. Now he's in the 5-3 beta level. We haven't summoned the Atlantis on these seeds. Do you think we were going to see it?
I mean, anything's possible. We still have 3 more worlds to go. And for all we know, it could just end up being the level that they end up clouding.
Okay, Nightshifter finishing up the 5-3 beta. Wow. Oh my god, there's a Wendy with that ate her Baconator, so... She was really grumpy and, you know, doing a lot of quakes. Now Nightshifter knows where the path to Wendy is, but he needs the board that was in the beginning, so he's backtracking again to get to that board. He's going to use one of his B-Wings, nice. And let's see what is going to be the next world. I'm going to say world... I don't even remember now. Okay, world 6 being vanilla. Okay. And we get 7-2.
Yeah, 7-2 is definitely one of those levels you want to start off with having a tail, so you can just avoid having to build up that bridge. Yeah, pretty much smooth sailing, cucumbers over the eyes.
Nightshifter finishing up the board that it was required for this world. TrueHyperMario finding these pros before going to the pipe. Okay, this is a not so nice pipe layout for this world. Most likely all the parts are like pretty much together.
Oh yeah, Air Force is especially scary when you have the tail equipped because it's much harder to maintain rhythm with your A presses, and it's very easy just to undershoot a jump and hit a flame and die.
You say that it's like harder to use a tail in the Air Force?
For me personally, I have a very specific way I like to do the level where I stomp on the rocky wrenches if I don't already have a fire flower. But because you accelerate differently when you boost off of an enemy with a tail, it feels a little bit more awkward to me.
Okay, I must say that I didn't think about that. Like in my case, I would rather have a tail because, you know, I can be like a kinda, if I'm like in a really bad position or something, I just, you know, try to float over and...
Yeah, it's a good safety net, especially in vanilla SMB3 when you're already going to be in an auto-scroller mode anyway, so you have a lot more time to just pace yourself from platform to platform. But when you're trying to go fast, it's very easy to hesitate and miss an input. Or miscalculate the press, rather.
Fair enough. Now we get to see TrueHyperMario in 1F. I think he's going for the item, or not. Oh my god, he nails
wow.
it! With a tail and a star.
Yeah, with the tail and no P speed.
I think he built like the P speed enough.
Yeah, I know he had P speed going into that wall, but then yeah, as soon as he pit stopped to get that star, he slowed down a little bit. He was getting ready to build though.
Alright, now TrueHyperMario is in 6-6. I mean 5-6. With the Para Beetles. This is a lovely level without the auto scroller, yeah, definitely. But with a really horrible P-speed strat.
Really? I happen to be a big fan of it.
I know you are, and no, that's a big nope for me.
It's okay, Sharkade. I forgive you. Look, it's okay. It's okay to be wrong.
Right.
Look, we can't all like good things.
I mean, took basically like a leap of faith on that level to get to the other beetle. So that's the thing that I don't like about the P-Speed level is that I mean the P-Speed strat in that particularly level. So I'm not that wrong.
Yeah, but it's technically not a leap of faith if you know exactly where you're gonna land, and you're jumping from the same spot consistently.
Okay, I'll give that to you. just this time. Okay, I think that I saw that TrueHyperMario did the nice fire clip on this air force. I mean this airship, and Nightshifter got a hammer suit from the 1F.
Yeah, I think that's his second hammer suit that's going to be in his inventory, so yeah, he's in pretty good shape for Bowser and the way he's going to be able to wrap up the rest of these few levels as we make our way to the end.
Let's see if World 5 has actually a nice layout for runners, and it's going to be like, you know, a really fast World 5. Unless, you know, there's a lot of locks in the way. And apparently, TrueHyperMario got another hammer suit as well, so yay! Now TrueHyper in the super tank with a nice speed strat.
You know, I like the swag fire kills he did on the Rocky Wrenches along the way too.
Oh my god, I saw Nightshifter dead, like being, oh my god, being eaten by that horrible boss face, but he managed to get him off.
He's really playing with fire there, but he knows what he's doing. He got this.
Yeah, definitely. Oh no, apparently it's not a really good layout for the skyport. There's a lot of levels in the way. And no, Nightshifter needs a bridge to finish up his World 6, so he has to track back to the beginning. And get
TrueHyper did a really... Yeah, TrueHyper did a really fantastic job with the P-Speed strat in 3-3. Looks like he did the strat where you bump the power-up block, and that allowed him to bypass whatever enemy was going to be directly in front of him, so all you have to do is just focus on the platforms that were coming up. And he got through there with a high 293.
Nice. Gets a nice double kill right now.
Yeah, you always love to see double Wrangless on those coin chips.
He has a lot of stuff in his inventory. That's good for him. Another boss base. Come on, what is this? No! Oh my god! This is why I hate them. And oh my god, Nightshifter taking a death. Oh no. That was really scary. TrueHyper. What was that? A powered up crab right there. Oh my god. Alright, he's good, he's good. Oh my god, he's spotted over there! Come on! What is this? Okay, he's... Oh my god, yeah, just get out of there. Well, Nightshifter, oh my god, he missed that platform, oh no. Oh,
yeah, it looked like he hesitated right at the last minute and tried to turn back when he just was barely able to make it.
Oh my god, we get the Soul Ripper with us. But
came dangerously...
A nice jump on that.
He came dangerously close to getting pushed off by that spinner. He got, like, jumped really low.
Okay, Nightshifter is in the P-Wing. The safety P-Wing. Oh no, 6-5. Oh, another boss base! What is this? I think he's going for the clip. Yeah, he's going for the clip. Oh my god.
True classic TrueHyperMario fashion. This is the one clip I really don't like doing in the game just because it really hurts my thumb with multiple attempts. And it's such an awkward angle too.
And he gets it. Oh, obviously, like, please.
Yeah, it's one thing that I gotta give TrueHyper credit for. He's really good at that clip, as tough as it is.
I think that in one of his PVs, I guess that he did it like on first try, or I think it was on a race. He said that I'm going for the 6-5 clip, and he just made it like first try, and whoa. So TrueHyperMario going to the World 8 right now. How many breaches do Bowser this time? I'm going to say 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna join you on that too. I never have positive expectations for World 8, so I always assume the worst. Of course, I hope that I'm wrong and it ends up being a Jet World 8, just for the runner's sake.
Definitely Nightshifter loves to see that Lenny dying to one hit after the massacre that happened to him in the previous seed. He gets a cloud from the letter, so if there's any level in the way, that's pretty much cool.
So yeah, the only 2 levels that he could potentially skip are the fort, if it happens to not be required and it's like in front of Bowser Castle or something, or the 8-1 panel. Because we already saw the 8-2 just before. And it's not really in a place where it makes sense to use it.
Alright, Nightshifter finishing off the super tank. So let's see, we get to see the hand bridge, now we get to see, okay, this is the first one, the first room. Oh no, Nightshifter taking a death from that little cheap that just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna strong disagree with that. That was totally unfair. Ooh, TrueHyper's set up for that early P-speed on the conveyor belt, and he gets it. Very nicely done. You definitely want to get the conveyor P-speed in 8F and Randomizer especially, since you never know what the enemy set's going to be once you make your way across the Rotodisc for the 1 cycle. And by getting that early P-speed, you accelerate quicker past the P-switch, so it allows you a couple more frames to get into the door. It looks like TrueHyper still made the conscious decision to go for that Fire Flower anyway.
He just finishes up this 8F. Nightshifter entering to 2-1. Let's remember that there's a horrible boss passing here. Please don't be like a TrueHyperMario spawn that thing like over the pipes. What am I saying? Okay, he didn't. Nice. I thought he was going to spawn that but he didn't, so please get out of there, get out of there. Yes, oh my god. The thing that the boss fight doesn't actually deal you like damage, it's quite surprising, but yeah, it's always like kind of scary to walk by him, so you never know at what time he's going to jump. Oh, and it's 2 bridges to Bowser. Nice. Well, there's a lot of blocks in the way, a lot of levels, and yep.
Yeah, looks like we have 2-5 next, and given the enemy sets that we've seen so far, it seems pretty consistent with vanilla, with the exception of that Paragoon, but I spoke too soon.
Yeah.
And 2-5 seems to be the only level where we see those golden Koopas and Goombas.
Alright, I'm going to see Nightshifter avoiding that boss base, but he's not going for the cliff. So he's going to grab that traditional tail and try to make his way to the upper part of the level.
So yeah, now that we see that True Hyper... Oh no.
Oh my god, that that block enemy just fell into his head.
Yeah, we've seen 6-5 already claim a few scalps in this tournament already, and yeah, that's an enemy set that I really don't enjoy seeing, and I've definitely fallen victim to it on numerous occasions. So my sympathies for Nightshifter right now.
I mean, I know that I shouldn't be laughing at that, but come on! That's the worst enemy set for this level! Thank you, yeah, killed that one. Okay, now he's out of there. Oh
Alright, very nice.
Oh my god, that was really funny to watch, but I don't want that on my seats either, so...
It looks like TrueHyper's making the decision just to damage boost so we can skip an additional spike room cycle, which is definitely a good idea considering he's in World 8 already and he has a pretty robust inventory, including 3 hammer suits, so you might as well just pick any item that he can, just the first thing he sees and just roll with it. If you have it, just burn it.
Nicely done by using the tail, but of course the dry bones is going to make your life harder. Oh no, and he takes some damage here.
Yep, you got the iframes, just go.
Well, Nightshifter is entering now to World 8. I think he fought all the forts just to make sure that there's the one that opens up the breaches. Indeed.
All right. Oh, I saw what he was trying to do just now. Didn't know if he was going to get pulled in by that that hand trap, so he just decided to go with a Tanuki suit just in case.
Yeah, nicely done for him. And he gets the clip. Nice. So he's going to avoid those horrible rotodiscs.
Yeah, normally, doing the clip in that particular wall doesn't really save you any time in vanilla, but because you don't know what the direction of the rotodiscs is going to be, yeah, it's definitely good to be a little bit more consistent rather than just climbing up the stairs and just taking your time. And yeah, with that first try to Bowser, yeah, he's going to be in and out, and we'll be ready on time with him shortly. And hi Bowser, bye Bowser. Ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs out for TrueHyperMario. Very nicely done. So
definitely, you love to see a hammer fight on Bowser, and yeah, only 4 hammers and yeah, he's done. His official time is going to be 42:33. Nicely done to TrueHyper. Alright, Nightshifter in 8F right now. Be really careful with the roto discs right now.
alright, so with TrueHyper now finishing up race 2, we'll see if we can get him in here for some interviews.
Okay, Nightshifter doing some pit stop to get the fire flower. And getting that second cycle on this fort. Did Nightshifter actually found the path to Bowser, or he's just playing the forts all along the way?
Yeah, that seems to be the path that he's choosing right now. Rather than just fumbling back and forth between trying to find the path to Bowser, might as well just knock out everything at once. But yeah, we did see TrueHyper playing 6F2, just not too long ago, so that could very well have been one of the bridges that was needed.
Yeah, like he just played like the Air Force. That it was. Wait, what level was again? Oh my god, that just happened. I just forget it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell which forts correspond with what bridges, because by the time TrueHyper got to the screen where Bowser's castle is, they were both already open.
Yeah, hopefully this is the case. You know that this is one of the required forts. So the Air Force that he played way back. So well, we didn't see any. Okay, so Nightshifter actually used the cloud to avoid up to 5, but I don't think that was like a really good idea since he's going to go back to that level and to get into the pipe, so he's going to play the forts right now. I mean, I think he might just did that just in case that it's not a level that or at least he thinks that it's a level that is going to consume so much time, but he's doing really good right now with these 2F. Oh, we didn't see any lock animation in here, so probably this was the 4th also.
Yeah, we still see one more tank on the screen, and yeah, I think there was one more lock that was left in the dark room, so I think that by process of elimination, he's good to go now.
Indeed. Oh, and he got grabbed by we got a thumbs up from TrueHyperMario on the screen. And he got grabbed by the hand again. He's trying to get some intentional death just in case that he gets passed through, and he does. So, and to equip his hammer suit, his star, and he's ready to go.
What up?
And yeah, we're joined in the commentary booth by TrueHyperMario. GG on both races. Looks like you're going to be advancing to the bracket stage now that you've completed all your matches in your group.
Oh, yeah, yes. I think I did.
So yeah, do you have any just opening thoughts about any of your 2 races?
First of all, I've been nervous since I noticed that I have to win this or both of those races.
Yeah, we were remarking on that at the start of the race that yeah, you were 2 for 2 in your 2 for 4 in your previous matches. So this was going to be pretty decisive for your advancement. But it looks like you everything worked out. So given your background, I know that you've been grinding really hard at the vanilla SMB3. So I know this is your first randomizer tournament. You're still relatively new and just getting the hang of things. But
yes.
you've been consistently getting sub 40s on your seed, and I think you've been making some really excellent progress along the way.
Yes, actually, I was practicing that all questions seed last night, and I actually got PB 3101.
Oh, very nicely done. And yeah, with that, it looks like Nightshifter just finished up his round, so we have a final race time for him of 49:13. So get your GGs out for Nightshifter as well.
Oh, indeed, I will. Is he coming here too?
Yes, we'll be seeing if we can get him in here shortly.
Yeah, when it comes to both of the races, TrueHyper, I have to apologize that I told you that I was like the 5'9" magnet on your chat.
Oh,
basically,
I was already yelling that. I was already yelling, "Damn you, Sharkid!" I got 5'9" in both of the races, but luckily I avoided Atlantis.
Yeah, like we didn't see Atlantis at all, so yeah, you were safe in that case. But I must say that I was pretty much like thinking that I brought like some of the bad luck to your seats today, so I apologize.
TrueHyper.
Yes.
Weren't you just in chat a couple days ago remarking about the rogue chain chomps?
What?
Yeah, you were in the SpeedGaming chat a little while ago, just talking about how you were struggling a little bit with the rogue chain chomps that were off the chain.
I think I figured out.
Yeah, we were just kind of joking around about how those are your favorite levels in the game and how you would love to see them in every level. It looks like.
But the clips were probably my strong points in this race.
Yeah,
like
no, we'd love to get back
doing lots of clips.
Yeah, I would love to get into that in a moment, but we are joined in the commentary booth by Nightshifter as well. GG's.
Hey, GG
Nightshifter.
Thank you, GG Hyper. Good luck in the bracket stage.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
for you, Nightshifter, I know that the first seed was kind of tough for you when it comes to the Lemmy fight, like the War 6 coupoling. Yeah, that was kind of intense, and I don't blame you at all. Like the bouncy balls have like these really finicky hitbox sometimes, and sometimes you bounce on them, sometimes they just hit you. So yeah, like I've been there so much, so no worries.
Yeah,
that was the roughest part of the first seed. Was that world 2, world 6. That death on Lemmy just really set me back, and I just couldn't seem to get back in from there.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate in the race 1 with that game over. But interesting to note that
game over. I forgot.
Yeah, that was a game over. I had to replay the entire level, and that was a long level.
Yeah, but on the bright side with that race 1, you both had a pretty jet World 3. Since the hammers were able to break the locks, you just had a pretty easy access point to get to Wendy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And even though the World 8 layout was a little bit annoying, at least you only had one bridge to build to get to Bowser. But with race 2, you didn't really have that kind of luck with World 3 since the hammers didn't break the locks. But the path to Wendy was
totally
pretty much right there.
I guessed wrong there. I guessed wrong in that. I guessed wrong in back-to-back worlds, which hurt me there with forts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, TrueHyper.
Yes, I totally forgot that it was hammers can break locks. I was entering the pipe in World 3, and then I entered my inventory. I remembered I had 3 hammers, so I went for the pipe, and then I opened my inventory, tried to use a hammer. Then I figured out, it was hammers can't break locks. I lost significant amount of time over there.
Yeah, you both had an abundance of hammers, and you also had an abundance of hammer suits, like at least 3 or 4 by the time you both got to World 8.
So... I think I got 2.
I had like 3 or 4 because I got a couple from the end card.
Yeah, Nightshifter, you had 4 hammer suits going into World 8, so
Yeah,
you were pretty much good to go.
I was ready for Bowser's Castle.
Yeah, I remember that like in this last seed, TrueHyperMario equipped Tanuki right before trying to go to the hand trap. He didn't get grabbed by the hand trap, but you were like kind of unlucky in that part, like Shifter, that he had to be taking like 2 intentional death to get past that hand trap.
Yeah, the hand was playing True Guardian today, for me at least.
Oh, for me, that situation was like I saw the hand. There was only a hand level between me and the Bowser's Castle. Then I equipped Tanuki's suit. Then I equipped Star. Then I just let's go for it. Didn't get the hand. Oh god damn it! Let's equip the hammer suit and finish this.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. Go like, okay, so you weren't gonna grab me, all right?
So yeah, with that, yeah, really excellent race from both of you guys. Do you guys have any closing statements before we wrap things up?
Just wish I could have done better seed 1, but hey, it happens. And once again, good luck to TrueHyperMario in the bracket stages.
Thank you.
Yeah,
keep up
absolutely.
the grind, people.
Yeah, very nicely done. Congratulations, TrueHyperMario again. Nightshifter, yeah, it's unfortunately that we have to say goodbye to you in this tournament, but we hope to see you back because Cobra should be hosting a challenge cup for those who don't make it past the group stages. So
Okay,
we do hope to see you again.
I'll definitely keep an eye out for that. And hey, I get to have fun in my last 2 races tomorrow night.
Right on. So do be sure to give both of our races a follow and the commentators if you feel so inclined. Coming up on further on in the tournament bracket, we have on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, we have Tapatio J versus Johnny Link. And later that evening at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have a doubleheader between Proa 007 and the Ricky 5, as well as Nightshifter versus Demon Battler. So yeah, coming up next on the Speed Gaming events, we do have what is it? We have Star Wars Episode 1 Racer 2021 coming up from 2 to 4 p.m., as well as Amore Pet the Dog 2021 from 5 to 6. And over on Speed Gaming 2, we have a Link to the Past Randomizer 2021 tournament starting between 2 to 7 p.m. And then from 7 to 11:30, we have the FFR Spring Tournament. So yeah, thanks again for joining us. Thanks so much for watching. Big shout outs again to Speed Gaming for hosting this event and for Proa 007 for organizing. Hope you have a wonderful day, everybody.
Yes. See ya.
See ya, guys. Have a wonderful
May the
day.
force be with you.
Yeah, of course. May the force be with everyone.